Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest episode of the Dreambubble podcast. We're finally back. Woo! Yay! I apologize that we haven't had a podcast episode in a while. I've been quite busy myself, so it's many other people, and there wasn't too much to talk about other than where is dreams. But now, thanks to last weekend, we have so much we need to cover and talk about, and we're really excited to get back. So first and foremost, thank you for joining us. This is the PlayStation Experience 2017 special edition of the podcast. So welcome. And we're here with three awesome guests here. We have Blah Blah, who did some live tweeting during PSX from the Dreambubble account. Say hi, Blah. Hello. We have Sarah, who was with me at PSX. She also helped with covering some Dreambubble stuff.
Hello. And
we also have Mark, who is admin of the Imp Space forums and PS4 Dreams on Twitter. And he's currently made it the popular Dreams PS4 Discord channel. So say hi, Mark.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Hey, so welcome back. It's been quite a wild ride so far. Everything, especially since the last podcast episode, has lived up to this very moment where finally Dreams is finally back. It's not dead, it's not canceled, it's finally here, and we got to see a lot of it. And this time around, Media Molecule did not hold back at all. Everything that we wanted to see since the last time we saw it was right in front of our eyes, where there was still more surprises to come. So, and the reception, and I believe all of us can agree on this, has been remarkably amazing. Skeptics are no longer skeptics. People who love Dreams are still loving Dreams even more, and it's just, it was like a shock all around the world, and there's still much more to come. It was a great gift before the holidays. So I think fair enough. We should start talking about. Do you want to talk about PSX, how it went down first, or do you want to talk about what we saw on the streams and the reveal trailer?
Whatever you think, Danny.
I mean, personally, I want to hear what you guys went through, because it looked like you guys were having a ton of fun. I tuned into like Danny's periscopes. Those were very informative. Especially since you started streaming those before the actual like Media Molecule.
I got lucky that time. I didn't know until later that I wasn't supposed to stream because they were doing a test run before the actual getting ready to stream stuff. So I was streaming it, and then they told me later, like, yeah, we're actually rehearsing right now. And I was like, whoops. But they didn't mind it either way. That was so funny.
Congratulations, Danny, for holding on your deal with the NDA. You know, you're teasing people quite a bit. I'm like, careful now, careful.
Oh my god, yes, finally I can talk about like 80% of what I saw on Media Molecule. There's still more surprises to come. But like most of the stuff that I saw and I tried and I did whatever, it was there. And people were like, what the fudge? It was so cool. And I'm like, I know, we can talk about it now. It was just like, I mean, it was pretty mind-blowing overall. I think you all can agree about what you guys saw. Totally, you need some time to sink in the overwhelming response and everything. I'm just so happy I can finally share fun facts too. And everything. Oh yeah, did you know this was this and this was that? It was like so like seeing it. I saw it 9 months ago, so it came a long way since then. But everything like the new UI, the story levels, and the story that were planned for you, the music sound creation, the logic tools, everything, and like I'm so happy we can finally talk about it now. The home spaces, that was my favorite thing too. Like oh my god, it was so much like yay.
Yeah, dude, I was so surprised about like the fact that we saw a bunch of story stuff. I was expecting just like a quick update about the game, maybe a little bit of footage, maybe like some info on the beta. I was not expecting a release year. That was a huge surprise. And also just like all the cool stuff with the UI. It's crazy how the game has evolved since we last saw it.
Yeah, the UI.
I didn't see that much stuff.
Yeah, the UI was crazy. Yeah, the UI before it was like a circular, like diagonal type of thing, with like the move controllers and like the DualShock, like like it was like grid based. I think it was weird. Like it was cool too at the same time, But now, like, everything's all just plain out simple, just a row of columns and stuff.
Oh,
Except for the move controllers. I don't know if you guys saw it, but when we saw some stuff behind the scenes at PSX, when they were using we saw some footage of Kareem on the big screen using a move controller, and the UI was like relative to the position of your move controller. So yeah, that's still there in a way, but like it's so like little buttons with so much possibilities. I can't believe they managed to condense it all. It's pretty impressive. Imagine it in VR
about the layout
too.
of the menu.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was insane. I was talking about I was gonna talk about the reveal trailer first before we get into PSX because that came out first out of nowhere from the Video Game Awards, and we were like, blah blah and I and other friends were just watching Video Game Awards. We're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be another boring award show, blah blah blah. And then we were like, oh, let's just watch it and make fun of it. And blah blah, like every single time is a joke. Every time a trailer popped by, blah, I was like, where is this Dreams? Is this Dreams? Is this Dreams? And then out of nowhere, like we didn't realize it until like 30 seconds in. Avery was like, "Yo, is this Dreams?" I'm like, "What? No, why would they do it at Video Game Awards? That'd be dumb. It should be at PSX." And then we looked at it, and then we saw, I saw Francis. I was like, "Wait, what the hell?" And then I saw Art, and I saw Debug. I was like, "Wait a minute, they haven't shown this all. This is from Media Molecule. I remember seeing this when I was there." I was like, "Wait, have they shown this? This is actually Dreams." And I was like, so like crazy about it. I was like, wait a minute, I've seen this before.
Yeah, Dreams has like a certain bubbliness to it, where like I see the first frame and I like crack that joke, but then like 5 seconds in, I'm like, wait, this looks very familiar, and then you see Francis and Art's hand, and you're like, that's where you just lose all control.
Yeah, I was like, Francis. I was like, wait a minute, that was Foxy. I was like, I've seen that Fox, and then I was like, wait a minute, that guy from the Point and Click, he's there too. I'm like, oh, what are you showing to us? And then the montage and everything. I was like, then at the end, it said coming 2018. I'm like, yes. And I went to Twitter. I was like, guys, watch the Game Awards. It's not like this happened right now. And then I was like, Dreams is coming 2018. They're like, what? No, it isn't. You're lying. They didn't say anything yet. I'm like, guys, just watch the Game Awards. Damn it. Just look, just revealed the trailer. It was so funny. And they were like, what? And then I posted GIFs and everything. And like, people were freaking out. And then I was like, oh, people in Europe they're sleeping right now. They didn't know that this is happening. I discorded Jack. He was like, oh, I'm going to go sleep early. So we wake up so I can go to the hotel tomorrow. I'll meet you there. I'm like, okay, later. So then when it happened, I discorded Jack. I'm like, Jack, wake up! Wake up! What's up? Wake up, wake up, wake up, Sakinama. It's happening. And then like 2 hours later, he retweeted my tweet. He was like, OMG! It was so funny. Oh, God. Yeah, but that was my reactions. I don't know, Mark, were you watching the Video Game Awards or no?
Yeah, here's the thing. I haven't caught up with everything that was announced at the Game Awards or PSX. Because the hype. I saw the Death Stranding trailer, but I didn't watch it because I was so focused on what just showed with Dreams.
Yeah. Was it Death Stranding before or after Dreams?
I don't know. I mean, I saw like headlines and stuff, but
oh yeah.
I just I was just watching the trailer like over and over again.
Oh my god. Yeah, I know, it was crazy. Like, especially watching it live, it's like I was like, I think what happened was that at the PSX, they weren't planning to do a presentation, like a conference, so they wanted to show the trailer before then. So they were like, oh hey, let's just pick an event that's gonna have many viewers, like a conference that's gonna show it before then. They're like, oh hey, the Video Game Awards is happening, let's just show it there. And that's probably what happened. Because it said on the YouTube, it's a PSX trailer, not a Video Games Award trailer. So it was meant for PSX to begin with, but I guess they moved it earlier to the Video Game Awards.
Pulled some strings.
They pulled some strings. It was cool. In case anyone hasn't seen the trailer yet, it's up on Media Molecules and PlayStation's YouTube channels and such. It shows we'll talk about it when we get to the PSX bit. But there's a lot of stuff. It's coming 2018. And that's pretty soon, because 2018 is like in a month, so hopefully, as soon as possible, hopefully January 1st, 2018, a game will come out. I still have high hopes for January 1st, and, like, if not, then, there's still much more to see, in live streams and more gaming events. It's gonna hopefully fly by. for
Live
what
streams are gonna be so good.
the beta and all that jazz. Yeah, it's gonna be really, really intense. Right. So back to PSX. It was good. I arrived Friday night, I think. Yeah, and then I arrived to the hotel at 2 a.m. in the morning. Jack was asleep. I asked him to open the door for me to our hotel. He was just knocked out asleep. Like, he didn't even answer his phone or anything. But luckily, the hotel gave me a spare card. So I used the spare card to get inside. And when he was still sleeping, I didn't want to scare him. I was like, oh, I hope there's a person that got me. Be like, hi, there's a random person in your room when you just woke up. But, it was so funny. I took a card. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna scare him. So I printed the card, I think. I opened up the door. I was gonna like push the door all the way in and be like, I'm here. But little did I know, he chained the door locked. So there was a chain locking the door. So when I pushed the door, the chain stopped me and I smacked my face on the door. I was like, Jack, what the fudge? I was like, oh, you're here. Are you alright? I'm like, what did you just do to me? My head hurts like hell right now. It was so funny. I was like, I'm gonna scare you, but you put a lock on the door and I didn't know, and it smacked my head on the door because it stopped halfway. It was so funny. But yeah, that was my first impressions of California woods.
Yeah, that Jack character is a smart cookie.
He was just chill, like, oh hey, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I just smacked my head on the door because she had a little chain thing on the door. That was so funny. But yeah, that was my first impression of California. And then we met up and everything. And then we went to PSX. We were in line. I tested the Periscope stream. First time I Periscoped on the line. Sarah caught up with us later. The line was huge. It was so big, they had to wrap it around the convention center. And Jack and we went the wrong way the first time. We went to the back where the exhibitors were. So we were passing all of the trucks carrying all the booth crates and items and everything. And we saw like a whole bunch of Sony people getting ready and everything. It was by accident. So we were like, do you know how to get to the convention center? They were like, oh, it's supposed to be up front. We're like, oh crap. So we entered inside the convention area with no one there because they were escorting us to the front. Because we were like, we've been redirected to the front, but don't tell us where the front is. So we went by all the caterers and everything. We went by the booths. We went by everything. We went by all the cars they had in the waiting line and everything. I mean, they put us up to the front. But that whole walkthrough was so crazy. Like, so we're like, okay, I guess we just got a whole tour of the entire booth, and we didn't even know that was gonna happen. We just went completely wrong way. We went through the back. Whoops. But yeah. When we got there, we saw some friends. So they saw Sizzly, Andrea, whatnot, yada yada yada. We were in line, live streamed, and then we got in. Once we got in, I was telling Pikachu and Jack, all right, guys, it's time to find Dreams, find the booth. I was like, I know where it is. And I thought I knew where it is because I saw Santa Monica and I saw Naughty Dog in one area. I was like, oh, the first party studios are over there. So I was like, guys, we go this way. So we took a left instead of a right. Then when we got to the end of the exhibitor hall, I was like, where's Dreams? I was like, oh crap, looks like we went the wrong way. I was like, okay, time to go all the way back. So we walked all the way back to the entrance and we walked towards the right. And halfway towards the right, I saw the words Dreams on top, and then we saw like a huge screen, and then I saw Kevin Watts, like QA tester there, and then I was like, guys, it's here. Like, where? I don't see it. Like, with that, I just ran.
You went running off, and we were chasing after you.
And they're like, oh, that's where Dan's going. And then I literally just gave Kevin the biggest hug I could ever give. And then I looked to my left, and I see people in big back chairs watching the presentation, and Abby and John were upstage, and then Costa and Angela, and everybody else was over there. And I was like, oh my god, it's finally happening. And then the first reaction was like, oh, I'm gonna Periscope this because I want people to see it because it's not live. And then I did it, and then from there everything happened. It was like so, and Jack recorded a HT version from his camera, like 1 or 2 presentations before it died out of battery. But hopefully he posts those up soon. Yeah, so that's how my first impressions of PSX were. I don't know if you want to talk about yours, Sarah.
Well, I went last year. It was at the same convention center, and my husband and I did the exact same thing you guys did. We went in the wrong side of the building because it is hard to find the front of that place.
There was 2 halls too. It's like there was 2 conferences happening.
Oh yeah, and there's the convention center is huge. I mean, there's other stuff going on at the same time. So if you wander in the wrong entrance, you don't even know where you are. But once I got inside, it was pretty exciting because it was a much bigger show than last year. And I read that it was going to be a larger area, but I didn't realize how much bigger it was going to be. So we got inside and I was like, wow, this is like twice as big as last year, and And then I actually had trouble finding the panel because it was at the opposite side of the building from last year, and I was running around at like 1 minute until till it started, going like, oh my god, where's the panel? I can't find it. But
yeah,
I found it eventually, and I saw you, Danny, sitting up at the front.
Oh yeah, I was like tweeting pictures of you. It's like a guessing game to see where I am. I'm like, here's a picture of where I am. Hey, guess where I am? You're like chasing me the entire time. It was so funny. Oh god. Yeah, and then I started streaming from Periscope, and that thing bursted. I had like a few hundred people within seconds, and Jenny out of Molecules went on, and holy cow, like, and then I was using my 4G data plan, so I was like, oh, my dad's gonna kill me using all the data. But then Angela was awesome enough to give me the staffing Wi-Fi, which was so much faster. And then Sarah also bought me a portable charger to use, so I never run out of battery. So I had my little Samsung Galaxy 8 Plus being my streaming equipment for the next 2 days. It was so cool. And then Costa came to me and he was like, hey, by the way, we're doing that panel, you should probably come. And at first I said no because I didn't want to like cancel the stream because people were watching it. But then Jagger was like, Danny, you should probably go. This is kind of like the thing you have to do because I want you should go see it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's a calling. So I gave Jack my phone. I was like, here. He was like, what are you doing, Mike? You're recording the rest of this. I just gave him my phone, and he. Then I ran and when I went to the arena, which is huge, where the panel was happening. I saw Gemma, one of the production people at Main Molecule. I was like, Gemma, I'm here to watch it with you. And she was like, okay, cool. So we went and we got front row seats, and it was pretty much empty, and we sat together and we saw the whole panel live. It was pretty surreal. Before then, actually, we saw Scott Road from PlayStation and some other executives there watching it as well, and I was introduced to them by Gemma. It was so cool. They're really excited for Dreams as well, so that's so much fun. And that happened too, which is pretty insane. So that happened, and we watched the panel. Tim Schaffer was up there. The Molecules were in front of us, and yeah, the panel was great. And then I ran all the way back to the show floor to go back to the booth to continue recording for everyone until the community meetup. That's pretty much what happened then. But when you see the world premiere of the sound creation, seeing everyone's reaction for the first time was pretty insane. Like, I'm so happy people got to see that. Mark, what do you...
Ran into a technical difficulty, and if we repeat anything, it's going to be twice as good. So,
yeah, we had technical difficulty, and I'm watching that stupid button to see if it happens again. But yeah, that was just really, really weird. So pretty much, if you missed it, we talked about how big the entrance was. Me and Jack went behind the convention by accident, and we saw like a whole bunch of shipment of exhibitor stuff, and we saw a whole bunch of exhibitors, and we went through the convention center empty, and was just to go to the front because we went the completely wrong way, which is funny. And then so yeah, now I'm gonna continue talking about how when we got there. So when we got there, we went and we found the Dreams booth, and it took us a while because accidentally we told everyone to go the wrong way. The month when we went there, we saw this huge, enormous booth with blue beanbags and the Dream screen, and we saw Johnny and Abby and Costa and getting ready to present, or they were just presenting, and people were sitting in the blue beanbag chairs. It was cool, and I saw right when I knew I was at the Dreams area, I saw Kevin Watt, the QA guy at Media Molecule. He is a tester there. He was just watching from the back. Little did I know they were rehearsing it. There wasn't so anything could have been different from what you guys saw on the streams, but pretty much all of it was the same. But when I saw Kevin, I just ran to him, like, and then Pikachu and Jack were, I was like, guys, there they are. They're like, where? I just ran to him, and I just booked it with like my huge backpack, and I just gave him a huge hug, and I knocked him over, almost knocked him over. He was like, geez, Danny, you should probably be careful with the tugs, man. Those are monstrous. And I was like, whoops. And then we said hi and everything, and then right away I sat down in a big bag chair, and Jack took out his camera, and we both recorded the live stream. I did it from Periscope, but he got an HD version of it as well on his camera, and that's pretty much how everything started. And then afterwards, I said hi to everybody, and yeah, we said hi. Then I went back to recording. What else I talking about? Oh yeah, and then yeah, that was pretty much our first impression. I don't know what you guys did. Sarah, you sat next to me throughout the entire time.
Yeah. I was sitting like just behind you while you were recording, and I was tweeting a little bit on the Dreambubble account. I was texting with my husband Ben. He was watching your stream while you were recording that.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, hi Ben. There he is, far away in the
him.
distance.
Surprise guest.
Surprise guest. Brilliant. Yeah, I remember. And then I was on my data plan. I was recording the entire stream, and then Angela was nice enough to give me the staff Wi-Fi to make it faster, and that really, really helped a lot. And also, Sarah got me the portable charger. She ran across, she charged her stuff. She went and got another portable charger. She came back. She went everywhere during the past day one, Sarah. I know you were like,
oh yeah, I had to go back to my hotel like 5 times that day.
Oh my god.
It was really close by though.
Yeah. Yeah, it was insane. And then we pretty much just streamed from there throughout the entire time. It was really cool. Yeah, and then at 12:30, I believe, Costa came by to me. He was like, "Hey, the panel is happening. Maybe if you want to go." At first, I didn't want to go to that Dreams panel because I was holding my phone live streaming. There was many people watching it, and I felt bad if I go. And Andrew was like, "Danny, you should probably just go." And I was like, "All right." And then I gave my phone to Jack. I was like, "BRB." So he went recording everything. And then I ran. I booked it to the arena. And then I saw Gemma, one of the production Media Molecule people there. And then she was really glad that I made it. And then we sat down front row seats at the panel. And well, before we sat down, I was introduced by her to Scott Road and other people from Sony. It was really nice getting to see them. It was pretty surreal. And we talked about Dreams, and they were really excited for it. And then I sat down in the front with Gemma, and we saw the panel live. And I'm really glad I went there too. It was a very surreal experience. I didn't have anything with me. I wasn't covering. It was just me, Gemma, and we were just watching it, like the one big moment people were waiting for a really long time, which was the founders finally getting back on stage and showing Dreams to the world officially, which meant a lot. And I know this isn't the first Dreams coverage thing they have done during the past weekend. There was also the PlayStation Presents panel as well on Friday, which I know, Mark, you were watching it, right?
PlayStation Presents.
The Friday thing.
The opening show?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when they were doing the I mean, their shows had a similar setup. So, like, they were talking a lot in the opening show, and they were doing the same thing during PSX. So, you know, it kind of felt like one continuous thing. But yeah, when they first started, you know, the PlayStation Presents stream, it was just a little start. They were showing indies pretty much, a few games here and there. And then they did the you know, the opening video or whatever, and what's his face came out on stage.
Sean Layden.
Yeah, I think Sean.
Oh, and then Sid Schumann went on stage as well. The guy with the tie. Yeah. I'm actually surprised. This new guy, he's new to the PlayStation team, replacing somebody. It's like this Japanese guy, and I forgot who he's replacing. A new person? I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, well, that's I guess something else. I was kind of expecting him to be there, but
I mean Andrew House. Andrew House is new because Andrew House is leaving. Yeah, and the new person.
Oh, that's Andrew House. Yeah, that's why I was like kind of confused when I saw him. I'm like, is that wasn't he leaving, or is that somebody else?
Yeah. It was him leaving. Pretty much PSX and VGS was his goodbye to the industry.
Oh man, that's sad.
Yeah, I was like, what? Who's leaving? I was like, oh yeah, it was Andrew. Yeah, I mean, when the stream happened, I was prepared not to see it because I was on the plane, but then I remembered, ooh, free Wi-Fi. I logged into the free Wi-Fi, and then I managed to catch some of the stream, and then I tried to live tweet some of it on my phone. Yeah. They didn't show any new Dreams footage. It was stuff from the trailer, I believe, if I recall. But Siobhan was there. She talked about it, and then Gorilla and God of War folks came by. Hideo Kojima, Mark Cerny, I think, as well. Which I didn't even see any of them. I saw Corey, but I didn't see anybody else at PSX. But yeah, it was really cool. for that. And then there was the streams and the panel. Is there anything else you want to add to that? You guys saw those periscopes, right? Were they fine? Were they like decent? Like I don't know how the quality was. I just hit record and prayed everything went fine. It seems like it went well.
I watched like 3 of them. I didn't watch your very first one or any of your test ones, probably when you were using your 4G plan. But based on like what I've seen, it's like that Wi-Fi definitely helped you a lot. Like the streams, they look great. Like there aren't really like video options on Periscope or anything, but it's like it looked completely fine on my end, and the audio was good too.
Alright, yeah. I know a lot of people saw the first one, and then we got to see like the world premiere of the sound music creation together and the logic, and we're like, oh my, that was my dream, like seeing everything all together with everyone for the first time, and like seeing everyone's reaction in real time. It was so cool. And then we had Pikachu who helped me cover Dreambubble event, and you did too, blah blah. You covered it all the way from home. You did a really good job with the live stream and stuff.
Oh, thanks, man.
Especially with Shuhei, like I didn't know you saw that she was gonna be there, but you ended up live streaming that anyway. I was like, oh my god, yes, he found it. And then that happened as well. That was really fun. Yeah, so that's pretty much how our PSX went. Day 2, well no, then in the first PSX there was the meetup where they did a stream with Spaff and Rex Crowell, and then they had me, Jack, and Sarah go on stage to do a community like Q&A, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we got some good questions for that.
Yeah, we got a lot of good questions. It was really hard to pick only a few because we had so little time. And then there was the autographing. People came by. Yeah, I mean, autograph posters and stuff. And then we were trying to get a picture of Mini Molecule, and the fans just like jumped up to try to get a picture with them. And there was supposed to be like one for like Twitter of all the molecules. It was so funny. And then they kept jumping up to the thing. We're like, can we just take a picture with just them alone, please? And it was so funny. But yeah, we finally like got a picture of them alone, and it was cool. Like there was so many fans, so many people like asking about dreams and everything, and so many people visited by, especially on day 2. Special guests Corey from God of War. I don't know if you guys saw that stream, but it was so because I periscoped it. His reactions was so funny. There were times when John like scaled like the mountain and stuff. He was like, there was no way in hell our team will ever attempt to do that kind of stuff. It was so funny. And like when he saw the music creation tools, he was like, what the heck is this? I didn't expect this to be in the game. And then I started showing him what they can do with it. And then everyone, I don't know what's up with the crowd, but everyone loves cats for some reason. They always want the cat imp, and they always want Meow Meow as like the choice. And
it's the best instrument.
I feel bad for Ed because he was like, alright, everyone's been doing Meow Meow, so I'm just gonna choose Choir. And everyone was like, no, do Meow now! I was like, okay, sorry. And he got rid of Choir. He went back to Meow. That was intense. When they showed the Noir theme, nobody was picking Noir. People were either picking Sapphire or Child Fantasy. We were worried that they was gonna see the human stuff in Noir. And then I went to Jack, and I was like, hey Jack, when they ask us what theme to pick next time, we have to over yell everyone that say Noir in order for them to pick Noir. We gotta script this so people can see Noir this time. And we were like, let's do this. So then when we got to picking the streets, they were like, what do you want? Me and Jack yelled at the top of our lungs, Noir! And we overcame this sci-fi yelling and everything. And then I was like, oh, it's you guys. More someone else to pick. But then somebody else after we yelled Noir was like, Noir. Like, Noir, okay, we got Noir. We're like, yes, we have it with somebody. And then we finally saw the Noir. And people saw the human stuff. We were like, yeah, we did it. That was so funny.
Yeah, the sci-fi was super popular. It was like almost every time everybody wanted sci-fi. Sci-fi and cats. So
yeah.
You don't know what to make in dreams. Do something that's a cat sci-fi.
Yeah. Oh, God. We still haven't heard the Choir instrument. No one wanted the Choir. The choir.
Choir? Oh,
Choir.
Choir.
The chorus. Chorus, choir. Oh, I think I'm trying to mix choir with Noir. Choir.
Yeah. Hey, that's a dreams idea.
There we go. New genre by Keely. He loves seeing new genres in dreams. Oh my god, that was so surreal. FYI, Mark Keely saw the trailer 50 to 60 times. I asked him how much he saw it. By the way, did you guys know the PSX trailer? It was actually the music was originally gonna be from Little Big Planet 2, but they thought it was too naughty. But now 7 years later, they use the music for the Dreams trailer, and it sounds really good.
Too naughty?
Yeah,
Wait, what?
it was made by some band and it was like too naughty. I forgot what the reason was, but I think one of them was that it was too naughty or because of copyright. But Costa told me that, and then Saf, when I was at Double Fine, he told me that it was supposed to be for LVP2, and like we're like, oh, we didn't know that. But I'm really glad. The music was really good.
Yeah, I couldn't really see that as LVP2 music.
Wait, what music?
The reveal trailer for Dreams. It was supposed to be for the LVP2 trailer.
Oh, that particular song was supposed to be for LVP2.
Yeah. But that's why they, yeah. I'm glad they remembered it, though. That was pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, that's how our PSX went. And then there was A2 with Shuhei. That stream was really fun. And more streaming and stuff. Oh, yeah, and then day one. Go ahead, sorry.
This is not necessarily during the Dreams one. But when Shuhei came out on stage during PlayStation's Experience in general, everybody was saying like saying it deep, like shoo, and we're like, whoa, what? Because it sounded like they were saying boo.
Oh my god!
And the people on Twitch were kind of clarifying it, or somebody was, because at first we were like, wait, what's going on?
Dreams is ruined.
Well, I forgot exactly what moment in time it was. I mean, he came out for something, but it was kind of like a double take thing.
No, that was
Things
hilarious.
aren't as how they appear or how you hear them.
Shoo!
And this is another reason why, like, you can look at the same Dreams or any footage really, but especially Dreams, the same clip like the trailer, and see something different. Or notice something different.
Yeah, like day 2, they had the whole different field, the sci-fi field.
Like in particular, right now, people are feeling the difference between Frances and I think a lot of people prefer her with the original eyes. The one she has now are like the default Sat Girl eyes from Little Big Planet.
Okay. Let's get one thing clear.
Uh-oh.
First of all, they're cartoon eyes, and cartoon eyes ain't the default sack boy / sack girl costume accessory.
No, for the preset, the one, I think it's the Sat Girl with the like bandana around her on her head, like a pink bandana.
The long
Wait, Francis
eyelash.
had that? I didn't notice it at all. I just saw like the dotted eyes.
No, I'm just kind of reference a Sat Girl character I've seen on LBP, and the eyes reminded me of that particular set of cartoon eyes.
Yeah.
Huh.
Which they drew on Francis.
I like the squeaky hammer though.
Difference.
That was a nice touch.
Yeah, I like that
Okay,
too.
so they changed it officially to a squeaky hammer. It's not like the zombie pounding mallet anymore.
No, which
Yeah,
sucks
but you
because
can
right
you can still pound zombies with a squeaky hammer.
now you can, yeah. It didn't sound like a squeaky hammer when they were playing. With the demo. Like right in my hand right now, I have a 3D print of Francis squishing a zombie. Now we just want to get a new one with a squeaky hammer without a zombie because apparently that's so irrelevant now. But
and the cartoon eyes.
Yeah, and the cartoon eyes. Oh yeah, I'm looking at my 3D print right now. I can see the cartoon eyes Mark was talking about. And the original eyes. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of changes at Foxy. He's actually my second favorite character. Lance Week is my first. But they changed Lance Week so much since the last saw him. He was a really big dragon, and then they had this whole like, he was a really big dragon. But then Man took this small cute one. What? Sorry.
Did you say Squeak?
The Squeak? You mean Squeak
The dragon?
Oh no, Lance Wig.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Lance Squeak.
I just heard Squeak the dragon, and I'm like, hold up now. This dragon has had 3 different name changes in the past 2 days.
No, yeah, Lance Wig, dragon. He was a really tiny dragon. No, he was a really big dragon.
Kids say hold on Lance Wing, not hold on Squeak.
Oh, it's Lancewake. Yeah, Lancewake. His he was a really big dragon, and like you can wrap him around a tree and stuff. But now it's like really tiny. I don't know if I can talk about that now, but whoops, so well.
I mean, he can wrap around a little tree.
He's still rideable though, as you saw in the cutscene. So I'm pretty
like a
happy
Charlie
about
Brown
that.
Christmas tree.
Yeah. So like the animation, the cutscene though, the childhood cutscene, when we pick that level, we see you riding Lancewing with Foxy, and then you just like crash in the rolling. The animation is superb. Like it's really cool.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Suburb or superb?
Superb. Did I say? What did I say? Superb.
I heard suburb.
Oh, superb.
Very
Yes,
suburban,
maybe they were
that
flying over
animation.
the suburbs. I mean, you never know. It's a big world out there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. There's so much to cover. I don't think we can cover everything in one podcast episode.
Well, we should at least mention at the end of day one, after the convention closed, we had a nice dinner out with some of the molecules.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We went with
That might be worth mentioning.
We went with Alex Evans and Mark Healy. When we
And
had lunch
Kevin.
with them at their hotel. Oh yeah, and Kevin
Dinner.
Watt. He said
Yeah.
this to me. Oh my. We were up late, and I was so tired. I started hallucinating. Like right behind Mark and Alex, I started seeing this big guy in a black suit, where normally it was 3 different developers. I was like, what the hell is happening? I was like almost out of it. So like I can't remember talking to Kevin all the time, and we were talking to Alex and Mark about how Dreams was going and how far the journey was, and
and a lot of stuff that we can't repeat also, but
How many hours of sleep you got?
like
oh,
5.
you know, just a few, yeah.
Jack and
I
I,
mean, it
got
was-
back at the hotel at like 3 a.m. and I woke up at 7 to go back to the convention.
Well,
Oh,
Danny, you
not
didn't
too
sleep
bad.
on that sleeping bag all night?
No, I shared a bed with Jack.
I saw that. I think Molly tweeted a picture of you just taking a quick nap on the beanbag. It's like,
Oh my god, I was
Yeah.
almost dead. Like I don't know, holding your hand up in the same position for 3 hours is I got numb.
Did you have a selfie stick?
No, I didn't. Wait, was my picturing that good? Because I just used my hand the
No.
entire time. Oh.
I was hoping you had one instead of not, so you weren't as tired.
I didn't know.
I didn't. I should have like mentioned it to you or something.
I haven't realized it, but now I never thought I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna invest in a selfie stick. And I was like, those things are stupid originally, but now I'm like, if they're gonna help me record, I'm gonna use it. Sorry for swearing, but
or get one of those little tripods.
I asked
you
Jack
can
if
get
his
something
tripod.
tiny.
Yeah, Jack brought his tripod. Even though security said no, he still brought it anyways. It's like through it somehow. But
why would security say no to a tripod?
media only.
They
But
don't want you to bring in gear if you don't have a media pass. Yeah.
Did they say no to the camera too?
They said yes to camera, but no to the
That's
tripod.
so dumb. What the heck?
Did the media pass cost money?
Media pass.
Yeah.
I think for a media pass you have to be invited or something
Yeah.
special. You can't just get one, but he just kind of said like that he was helping with a podcast for one of the developer booths, and they're like, okay, whatever, it's not that big of a tripod, you can bring it in.
Yeah.
Next time, be like, all right, look, I got 3 empty rolls of freaking toilet paper, paper towel wrappers, and then make a makeshift tripod.
Yeah.
I know. Like, what was that? I don't know. Yeah, the tripod was like it couldn't hold my phone, so I had to hold it the entire thing. There was one time where the game crashed when I was trying to save to your PS4. FYI, you can save locally or online now, which is insane. But yeah, and when it froze, I was like, whoops. I put my hand over the camera because I didn't want people to see it freezing. Because I wanted people to think of things being perfect. So, I was trying to fix everything. People were like, yeah, I didn't move your hand. Why did you hand it, bro? The freaking screen. I'm like, And then when he fixed it, I was like, oh, it's my hand in front of the stream. Whoops, sorry. And I just took it out, and then nothing happened.
Wow. Good media coverage, not nice and sincere, Danny.
Sorry, it didn't freeze at all. That was fake news.
Honestly, that feature, I'm so excited for that though, because like Little Big Planet was great and all if you had like 4 people and you wanted to mess around in create mode, but the fact that you can actually invite people to collaborate is gonna make like huge community projects way easier and way more like active than you could ever do in the original Little Big Planet games. I'm so excited.
Oh yeah,
for
it's gonna
that.
be so much better.
Yeah. It's so insane. Like I was telling my friends earlier that each feature is so massive they can each be their own standalone software. But instead of making it as a standalone software, they made it as a feature for a game. So and like the fact that this is, I don't know what to call Dreams anymore. It's a game, but it's also like a massive creative suite.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to pay like $400 for a license for each software. You can just pay $60 for everything. And well, regarding you also need a PS4 too. But still, like, dude, how in the world will Media Molecule be able to top this? Like, they gave it their all. It's like,
I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens with any kind of professional licensing, because that's a question that came up on Twitter recently to Alex. Is what if somebody is a professional graphic designer, for instance, and they want to use Dreams for commercial purposes? That's a whole licensing issue that they haven't figured out yet, but he did say that he knows it's a common concern, and so it's something they're going to address.
if they can be open to like a way to copyright everything and people can use it for real-world applications, Dreams is going to be Dreams forever. Like, as long as they're okay with micro publications, like they can purchase stuff on a store. Like, say to make a really good game and it got approved by a team, and they put it on the PSN store for like $1, like an app store worth. If they do stuff like that, if they like license their technology with Sony, to make like architecture, to do simulations, to 3D model boosts and stuff for events, etc., etc. Like, if they can get that going and less restrictive, and mind you, it's a Sony. Sony needs to be generous about this. Dreams can grow and be ridiculously big. And then they can
Yeah, and I don't see why it can't.
Yeah, then they can.
It totally has that potential.
Yeah, they can instantly update it for PS5 or whatever, yada yada yada, instead or something. As long as people. But then again, if people are paying a one-time fee to use it, how are they gonna constantly give money if they're gonna constantly update and get for free? I think that's gonna be a challenge, but we'll see how that goes. Yes, probably DLC.
Yeah, that's where DLC is definitely gonna come in. I'm not gonna be one to say they're gonna have freaking loot boxes and Dreams. No,
There isn't any.
And Sony are too high for that. But I wouldn't be surprised if, like, similar to how they integrated like water and like gravity tools into the Little Big Planet games, I'm sure they're gonna have like $2 like tools or level kits that just expand the game a little more for like a niche little like group of levels that require that kind of tool.
A sprite
Some kind
kit.
of advanced creator kits or something like that.
Yeah. And it also depends on how powerful your PS4 is as well. No, it's really insane how they're doing all this stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's really ambitious. I remember 4 years ago, people were like, Media Molecule is trying to achieve something that's impossible to do. Yeah, they're not gonna do it. And then 4 years later, And then 4 years later, you see a freaking eyeball shooting lasers, another eyeball, dodging them, and throughout an entire interactive music video. And it was, yeah.
Yeah, that level's awesome.
Oh my god, Ed made that when he was sucking a dick. He didn't know that the video was gonna be there at all. After the panel, I went to him and was like, hey, yeah, so Alex showed a video of your stuff. And then he was like, yeah, I know, I saw. I'm like freaking out right now with like excitement and stuff. And he was like nervous about what people thought about it and stuff. But that was so funny. It's nice that people, especially the molecules, invest in Dreams even after they stop working. They still use it in a way. Like, they love the product and making stuff. It's really cool.
They're
yeah.
just so passionate about like the things they make, and that's what differs Media Molecule, at least for me, from like other companies I like, because Media Molecule is just so engrossed in both their community and what they're making for the community. Like, community's always on their mind, and that's what I love about them.
Yeah, definitely. definitely. It's they care really genuinely about their fan base, and that's always.
It's gonna be a lot different than other games. Like people are comparing Dreams to what Project Spark, Minecraft, and like other stuff. Dreams is definitely unique in a way where they let you do things easily and more intuitive than other creative things are. Like I know people are trying to compare it to Unreal Engine and Unity. And the thing about Dreams is that they're not trying to compete with it; they're trying to make it different. But like saying you can probably make Minecraft in Dreams, which is crazy, you know. Like you can see in the trailer, they have blocky levels and stuff, which is pretty insane. Um, and the pixelator and the post-processing effects too, that was there as well. That was pretty badass. Like there's so many cool features that they have way more than enough for a launch game, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Mark, you was the chat like bursting throughout the entire time streams were going on and stuff? Like I couldn't go on Discord for a while because I was busy, but how was it on the Discord chat?
Yeah, people were loving it.
Like, what was everyone's first reaction to the music tools? Like, were they confused at first, or like?
Everybody had the same sentiments because we were like, I mean, we all pretty much figured what was gonna happen, but the detail they went into it, we gave them applause because they really went into detail. Instead of having, honestly, Little Big Planet, it was just a little something on the side you could do. It wasn't really fully fleshed out like
A whole suite.
how everything is in Dreams right now.
Yeah, the funny thing is that I've seen comments in my Periscope. People were like, "Rest in peace, uninstalling FL Studio," and it was like so funny and like comments like that. And like so they briefly, mind you, they briefly showed the brushstroke tool. That improved a lot since we last saw it. Like that can easily compete alone. That feature alone can easily compete with Google Tool Brush. And imagine that mixed with VR. Mind blown.
Oh, dude.
Oh, I think VR is going to be amazing in Dreams.
Especially with the music creation and the sculpting.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I've
Yeah,
seen
there's-
Jimmy. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no, there's like some music creation VR applications and that are already out, and I was looking forward to that kind of implementation being done in Dreams, and it got in. As far as the a UI template, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So the workflow process is pretty intuitive, and the way that Dreams is doing it with, you know, the gestures and whatnot it's just gone beyond what I think any game has done before.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something to look out for. Tilt Brush, actually, I mean, if you're talking about Tilt Brush, they have some audio reactive paint brushes or paint strokes, and so does the Easel and Harmonix's music VR app.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I saw that one.
But theirs is just, I mean, it's not even meant for it. That's why it's not fully fleshed out and whatnot. So we can expect the same from Dreams, and in fact, you can already see audio reactive models or whatnot from that. You know, you were saying before the eye contact demo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're just tying it all in together pretty nicely.
Yeah, it's insane, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sorry, I just want to say real quick.
yeah,
Like,
go for it.
I think VR in Dreams is going to be like super important, not only for like Dreams itself, but for actual VR development. Because like not a lot of people are like comfortable with VR right now. Like I was in a stream yesterday where people were saying it's overrated and stuff like that. But I think the main problem with the platform is that it's very new, so people are still like basically figuring it out. There's no like clear rule book on how to make a good VR games, and that's why you have a lot of like subpar, like not the AAA stuff like you expect to see. So giving these creation tools and VR tools for like a very affordable platform for everyone to experiment, that's gonna like make innovation like go a lot faster than just like having it secluded to people with a lot of money and big boy PCs that can run it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And VR it's so subjective what different people want from VR. I mean, personally, I really enjoy playing certain kinds of games, but I do get motion sick when I play other games, and so I can't play anything that involves driving a vehicle. You know, it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
And some
too.
people love, vehicle games, and that, they don't work for me, but that doesn't mean they shouldn't be out there. But if that was the only experience I had, I would say that I don't like VR either. You know, people just need to try a few different styles of games to figure out what they like, and Dreams, that offers literally any kind of game could be made in Dreams, so it's going to really open things up.
The thing about VR though is, it'll be super awesome in Dreams, of course, but I don't think it's going to be something that people will want to play. Will want to spend most of their time in Dreams actually, because I mean it's sort of hard to explain, but I love VR, and I just I really love playing VR titles. But especially with Dreams, just watching on your TV and whatnot. I think people will spend half their time at least on the regular version, and half of their time, give or take, on the VR version.
Yeah. Well, it depends. Maybe
Yeah, that's
people,
probably about what I would do. Yeah.
maybe people will love to
Yeah.
create in VR more than just flat screen creating. It depends how the works. I guess.
Yeah, we just need more VR info to come out because it's gonna be after release. They confirmed that.
Yeah. It's
So,
probably gonna be like
like
a whole pack for it too, like a whole
Yeah.
story mode pack or something. Who knows what could happen? Like the move pack, they had a whole story levels and new tools and stuff. They're probably gonna do the same thing for VR, which is gonna be really exciting. That's after launch. Hopefully, maybe if we're lucky, maybe Dreams comes like super early in 2018, and then late 2018 we get VR. But like, we can wait, I guess. I mean, VR is still growing. Sony has a lot of support for VR so far.
we've already waited this long.
Yeah, if Dreams comes out, maybe in the early part, if we're optimistic, or the middle of 2018, then maybe VR could be, like a holiday add-on or something like that. And I hope that they do incorporate some kind of an additional story mode, like a demo of what VR can be in Dreams.
Hmm.
Oh gosh, I wonder how they're gonna allow Dreams to the public, because if people don't see the demo and they walk by a store or go on Amazon, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, what is Dreams?" Like, are they gonna make it like free for PS Plus for a little bit, or maybe the beta is gonna give everyone a free shot at trying everything out?
Yeah, if there's an open beta there, that could give a lot of people a chance, and they may also release a demo. I mean, when I first started playing Little Big Planet 1, I didn't play it when it first released because I didn't have a PS3 at the time. Got a PS3, found the demo on the store and played it, and then instantly went out and bought the game.
Yeah, I rented it LVP1 if I recall from Blockbuster. It was really cool. And then I bought Little Planet 2 afterwards.
I think both LVP1 and LVP2 was a day one buy for me, and luckily I had day off, and I just I beat the whole LVP2 story like day in hours or whatever, because I was just like yeah like this is.
I remember
The
watching
thing
the
with
World Record
LVP3
stream.
is LVP3. I'm like, I didn't get it day one, and I just didn't know what else they put in there. I'm like, we already got all this stuff in LVP2. I mean, I'll take a look at it later or something, because PS4 just came out and I'm looking at all this other stuff.
Oh man, I want to see if they're finding a world record kind of event like they did with LVP2 before it came out. That would be so cool. And don't forget, it's probably gonna be a game jam as well.
Oh, what?
A game jam.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, they're doing that. When's that?
Oh, the
Forgot.
global game jams on January 23rd. But I'm talking about like, hey, let's invite the community to Media Molecule onto the game jam. Like, that'll be really exciting.
Yeah.
Everything is so close. Like, to me personally, if you look at the game, it's pretty much done. Like, almost done.
Yeah, I was surprised to see how completed it was. Like, when I saw the announcement trailer saying like, at the Game Awards before we've even seen like any actual like demos or anything like that. Um, I was predicting more that like, because now like what's really on the table is like when we're getting the beta. At first I was thinking we would get the beta like maybe sometime after or like sometime during the summer or maybe after that. But seeing how complete the game actually is, we might get it sooner than that.
It's oh
Yeah,
my
I think
God.
there's a good chance we could have it pretty soon.
Yeah, I agree too. It, they were like referring to the beta being before release, because I remember they were saying like, or I don't know if they said it, but like the beta. If people get the beta and play for a long time, especially newcomers, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I already spent my time in Dreams. I don't want to buy the full game anymore. I spent way too much time." But if they set the beta before like a week or two before release, or at least a public beta at least before a week or two before release, people can be like, "Oh, hey, what's this?" and have a blast. And then if they want to continue more, they'll buy the game. So they have still have interest, you know. Because
Yeah, we can expect a private beta, and it's probably going to go on for quite a while before it goes public, I'm guessing. I think just because the scope of the game, there's so much in there, that means there's a huge amount of stuff to be tested. And, you know, they're going to want to do that in a closed group under NDA, and then eventually they'll lift the NDA, we'll release all the pictures we've been taking, and everybody will go crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the share button. That's what it was. That's what he said. He's like, we'll be able to use the share button, and then
Yeah.
after that, it would probably, yeah, make the beta public, I think, or PS Plus members, something. I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities, but either way, I'm sure after release, streams will probably be after PS Plus. Like from release to VR, releasing a PS Plus in the middle would be perfect. Like after release, but before VR.
Yeah.
Like Rocket League released right away for PS Plus, I think. Didn't it? Yeah. It did.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah, I
how
remember
look how good that was. Look how successful it was. I'm like, damn, it's gonna be really insane. And I know Media Molecule didn't stop at PSX. Some of them went around Los Angeles and went to meetings and met different companies, showing games and stuff. So like the game developers see their games and everything. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah. So the music creation tools, I was surprised how big that was. I'm gonna go back a little bit, seeing how they have different types of music creating, like the traditional OV2 way. You can import sounds now into the game, so you can go
Oh, thank
around
God,
the
yeah.
sounds and stuff, and using a companion app. You can use the visualizer paint canvas thing and tap on it and move around in the canvas to record your own sounds and use your DualShock 4 as instruments to change the tune and stuff like that, and the effects like reverb and stuff. Like, oh god, so beautiful. That was the biggest thing. In the Logic tools, the Shuhei stream was awesome because they completely went off script, and how like they made Johnny, poor Johnny, like Alex Evans and Akili went on stage and they were like, "Hey Johnny, we're gonna help you take over the stream," and then they're like, "Can you do this? Can you do that?" And John was like, "I'm really allowed to." And they were like, "Just do it." And he was like, "Okay." And then he took out the Logic tools. He showed the trigger zones. He showed
Oh yeah.
all the other cool
Yeah.
stuff.
That was like one of my favorite parts of the stream, where like they just completely go off script, and Alex Evans is just forced to say, "Okay, yeah, show it." That's always my favorite part.
Yeah, and then he made that tree really big. He was like, "Alright, I made it big." And Mercury was like, "Bigger." He made big. Mercury was like, "Bigger than that." Joe was like, "How far do you want me to go?" It was so funny. The tree was huge, dude. Like, I don't know if did you see the Shooter stream, guys?
I saw a bit
I
of
saw
it.
parts of it actually.
Parts? Was it on Twitch or?
Well, no, I didn't. I was like on and off the screen.
So he made the tree 20 times bigger than the actual level itself. It was insane. And then what they did, they put Francis on a little wood block, and they challenged Shuhei to jump. So they recorded a platform that was next to a tree, and they made it so you can fling Francis up to the air to get to the top of the tree, of this big, God knows how long tree. and pretty much the rest of the stream was just Shuhei trying to make it to the top of the tree on a platform they gave him. And it was hard. I got first try, but Shuhei couldn't get it eventually. But it was very suspenseful. So it was like they plugged in the trigger zone to a camera. We finally saw a camera, and they made the camera wide enough so you can see the tree and a little tiny Francis below the level. And then they made recorded a platformer to fling the platformer up so Francis can go up onto the tree. And it was so cool. Like, you can make planet-sized stuff in Dreams compared to Francis. Like, I can easily see a No Man's Sky. I just hope the thermo is good enough. Actually, I think it's possible because we can repeat some of the, like, say if you make water and land, we can clone it and then smush it around a little bit, and then that can easily, like, be less consumed of thermo for making a planet size, and just scale it to be really big. And there you go. You pretty much just need a planet. And I think No Man's Sky can be made in Dreams easily. Well, not easily, but it can be made in Dreams.
I was just gonna say I could think of a few things to improve on No Man's Sky if we're remaking it in Dreams.
And like random generic features, I wonder if that's gonna be possible too. Maybe it is. We haven't seen the bypass at all. We didn't see the bypass in or vehicles in the stream. We can make your own vehicles though. Like if you look at the UI, I know Neon the Coder. Shout out to him. He was analyzing everything. He took a picture of the UI, and when they clicked on Dream Shaping, it showed all the stuff that you can make. Games, animation, film. You can make art. You can make vehicles. You can make special effects like thunder and stuff. You can make gadgets, your own logic gadgets, and so many things you can make. It insane. Like wow.
Yeah. They're going to show a lot of that. They're going to start doing live streams again. Well, they didn't say exactly the date, but in the new year,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So that's the kind of stuff that, you know, we can probably expect to see. The bipeds, the vehicles, a lot more about cameras, you know, all the stuff that people want to see right now and that they couldn't show yet at PSX, they'll start showing on those live streams.
Yeah. I'm really excited for that. Yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to chip on? Did I miss anything?
No, I'm just hyped for this game.
What was your favorite theme of the show? They showed sci-fi, they showed childhood fantasy, and noir.
Mine by far is sci-fi. I'm definitely like with the crowd that was there. My wallpaper right now is actually, it came out of the media kit that released after the stream, but it's like the big mama bug in the background with debug in the foreground. I love that scene. And I want to make like stuff like that when the full game comes out.
Yeah, definitely. I love sci-fi too. I mean, I'm kind of a sucker for anything sci-fi related, but more than that, I love the fact that all three of those genres and everything else that you can think of can exist in Dreams. You know, that it's not genre specific.
Right. I should probably mention as well. I just hit me right now. You know how Francis has like the bow, it's wiggly, and Debug had that wiggly antennas, and Foxy had the wiggly ears. I don't know if you noticed it. It was all wobbly and stuff
like,
when he was walking around.
Like physics space, right?
So apparently the way that worked was that Alex said that there is this tool that you can change the physics of something. Yeah, you can make it really, really strict or make it really, really wobbly and squishy. You can stretch things out and stuff as well and make it really squishy too. So they were using that instantly on the ears and on the bow, and look how like cool that was, how loose it was in terms of physics. So that was pretty awesome.
It really adds life to a character, you know, to
it
have
does.
that extra bit of movement. Yeah.
Imagine if we saw. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, ever since like the first like Sumotori Dreams, I don't know if you guys heard of that.
Yes,
but like that physics-based physics-based aspect like inspired me to like try to put physics-based anything into at least stuff I made in Little Big Planet 2. So I'm really looking forward to see what the physics system is like in Dreams. I know they already mentioned there's going to be different thermometers for like music, geometry, and how many physics items you have.
Yep.
So I'm really hoping that's flexible enough to basically remake something like Sumotori Dreams in Dreams.
Oh my! I just remembered. During the community interview, back to what you were saying about the thermometer. People don't know what a thermometer is. It's just the name that we reference the limit size of how much you can have in a dream. Apparently, we were told that there's a whole bunch of debug tools. Debug tools, if I recall correctly, there was one called the simplificator, which means that if a dream is too big, the tool will automatically optimize all of the things in your dreams to make it fit inside your dream, which is pretty cool.
And that is a feature that you can turn off if you don't want it, right? You know, if for whatever reason, if that's not working for you as a creator, you can switch that on and off.
I think it was a tool. I don't know if it was a setting.
Yeah.
They weren't like clarifying that, but yeah.
I mean, it has to be like based on all the stuff like they've been creating up until this point. I don't think like let's say you make like a super like complex like geometry thing and then you just saved your level. I don't think it applies that tool every time you save or publish that level. I think that's something more for like beginners, like if they like interlock a bunch of like landscapes, like creating a bunch of like hidden artifacts and stuff like that. I'm sure tools like that will like be more useful for them to manually turn on and apply to their level to get rid of all that needless like optimization stuff.
Yeah, and I know some people are concerned about Dreams not being beginner friendly. That's something I've been seeing on Twitter a little bit in the comments. And I think those tools like that optimization and also the fact that you don't have to start building everything from scratch. You know, the game is going to come with all of these assets that Media Molecule has already made, and there's going to be stuff from the community beta. So I think that it is going to be a beginner-friendly game.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, like I agree. Like just based on the music creation, like it's super daunting for like new people to look at Dreams, especially with very fresh eyes if they have like if they've never seen like user-generated content related games before. It's like super daunting to see these game developers like make something out of complete nothing with just a few brush strokes. And honestly, this applies to art in general, but I think as people get their hands on the experience and like beginners see other beginners make awesome things, then people will finally be convinced.
Yeah, I think that's true.
FYI, Dave Big Guns made friends with Debug. And I remember Alex telling us that it took 4,000 logic pieces to make Francis the way it is, animation and everything. And it sounds insane. Do you guys think it's complicated to have that many logic pieces to make that kind of quality of animation and movement and such? Or do you think it should be less?
I don't think it's actually going to be that complicated in the final game, because he did also mention that Francis was built, you know, started anyway in an earlier version of the game. It still isn't complete yet. There's still optimization to be done. So I think that if you were to go and actually make Francis in the final build of the game, she wouldn't require that many logic pieces. Yeah,
and also community. All the advanced people will make all the advanced stuff. We can just take their stuff and use their logic to make whatever. As well,
yeah. There's going to be no shortage of community-generated content that's incredibly complex.
I know. Oh god, just talking about this sounds so ambitious. It's like, for me personally, I'm not looking forward to making artsy stuff. I just want to make animated films. Like on my way here, I was watching the Captain Underpants in the airplane, and I love that movie. Like the animation and stuff, like it just seems perfectly right in the Dreams game. Like you can easily make it in Dreams.
I think I saw someone
and like everything that they did.
Okay.
That was me. Oh god, like the stuff that you can do. If you're thinking to make a game or pre-production, or sorry, if you're thinking of making a game or a film right now, start pre-production right now and get a team or something. And then once you get into Dreams, learn the tutorials, which are pretty easy because they're hands-on and stuff. And just get right to it and have a good time. It's gonna take up most of your life though, so be careful. That's probably the only warning I have to give people.
Make sure you have a lot of free time, free weekends where you're off work.
Or you can quit your job too.
Or that, I guess.
This is very true.
There's two more things I do want to talk about actually. One thing I want to talk about is that Dreams is 2-player couch co-op story mode. But it's also 4-player couch co-op in your dreams that you make and the community levels that you make. Dreams is also up to 4 players online. However, online is not coming until after launch because they want to make it right with matchmaking and stuff. Are you guys like okay with that kind of thing, or do you prefer online?
I think it's a smart way to do it, actually. Yeah, I think it's better than trying to have online on day one.
Do you think people would be like, oh, why can't I play with my friends and stuff? And yada, yada, yada. But
I mean,
it is a
I'm
smart
sure the
way.
community would like to have it, but it's not necessarily realistic to make it work.
Yeah. They did the same thing to Apple 1. They had like online
Exactly,
like a week
yeah.
later.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking only a week, like, guys, you can wait a week for multiplayer. Like, everybody's gonna be like way too busy, like making their own stuff, and honestly, that week is gonna be great because once like all that online multiplayer comes out, then you'll have a lot more ideas to collaborate with.
Where did they say there's only online not during launch?
Alex mentioned it. They mentioned it during the community interview. And
But did he
other stuff
literally
too.
say that in context, or because
Yes.
I saw a
They said
quote
it-
from him, and
yeah.
I'm not sure if it's different from what you heard.
What
Um,
quote?
It was when he answered via Twitch chat.
I don't know, but all I do know is that Alex confirmed it, Mark confirmed it, and in person they told us that. So. And Abby told us it was post launch as well. and John
So
as
they
well.
literally said like it's literally after day one, so to speak.
Yeah,
I've only
exactly.
seen them say post launch. Maybe they
I mean-
did say it after day one.
Okay, post. They
There
said
was, like,
post launch later. No, see what I was wondering was because I'm not sure. At first, I thought they were going to, so you had to play single player first, and then online would be unlocked.
Oh,
That's why I was
nah.
asking.
Nah, I don't think that'll be a thing. That'd be a little too mean. Maybe like one introductory like map just to get you used to the controls, but they like the Little Big Planet games. I don't think they're gonna force
tutorial.
you to complete the entire story. That'd be rude.
Yeah.
No,
No, I don't think that's the case. That's definitely not what Alex was saying during the community meet.
Yeah,
It
no,
was
that's
just
not what it was
that
saying.
it's going to be post-launch, yeah.
Because in LBB 2 and LBB 1, you play the tutorial and everything's there for you. Like, you play the tutorial, you play the first level, the Vinci level, right? And then everything's unlocked for you. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's the same thing for Dreams.
Yeah, probably so.
Do you guys want to talk about the home spaces as well really quick? I don't know if we touched base on that.
Oh yeah, the home
Um,
space is
the ho-
that's an interesting thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the home spaces basically is the pod of Little Planet. If you don't know what that is, it's basically your own personalized space where you can drop down objects you collected from the game and objects the community created, and people can join you when it's online or touch co-op into that place and just hang out and stuff. It's really cool. It's made different kinds of home spaces. When I was at Media Molecule, Martin Taylor was the one who persuaded, I think it was Mark Haley, to add in home spaces, and he showed me some of the stuff that he was working on. What I love is that there's still much more about the home spaces to be seen. There's some really cool social features that you guys haven't seen yet. But the home spaces are pretty much like the pod, and thankfully I got to make my own pod or my own home space inside the game. But it's definitely different than what you guys were shown, because when I saw it, it was like you can see play, create, share buttons up top of the home space. You can click it and go to wherever you want. But now they have like a door to enter the story mode and other different stuff. So it changed a lot since I last saw it. But the home spaces are pretty cool. They're much more complex and more bigger than the Little Planet. As you can see, it's not just 3 layers, it's like
Yeah.
the whole entire space. So kind of like PS Home or Club Penguin or whatever. You have your own space
Yeah.
customized.
I mean, I guess one quick notable question is like how restricted the customizable home space will be, because we know in the Little Big Planet games it's not like you had the full create mode in your home space. There were glitches to get
Yeah.
items from create mode there, but it was mainly just for decorating. From the footage we've seen, like you can collect these item bubbles similar to the Little Big Planet games, but instead of like straight up decorations, they can actually be models. So I'm wondering if it's gonna be
Mhm.
something like only models will be allowed in the home space, no logic, or if you'll be able to have simple logic in the home space. I'm excited to see about that.
So, what they told us, if I recall, you can create objects in Dreams, and then you can have those inside your pod. You can place them in there. You can create, you can pick objects other community people created. You can place those in there, but you cannot create inside the home space. You cannot use logic. You cannot sculpt inside the home space. You have to create it in create mode and then plop it down as an object.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Because that's how it was when I was there, and that's what Johnny also said during the presentation, I believe. So, that's still the same thing. And there's different home spaces you can select. When I was there, they had like 3 different ones.
Oh, yeah.
They probably have much more now. And they only showed one sci-fi one, but we'll see how that goes. Don't quote me on it. I don't know anything about that stuff yet. But it's kind of insane because you can. In the pod, you're restricted to putting down stickers and decorations, but now you can put down anything. So you can make like your own little fuzzy monument and place it inside your home space. And then you can add logic to that fuzzy monument and create mode too to make it light up and stuff and move around, maybe even. I can't tell. There's one more thing you can do too as well. That's so cool, but yeah, there's other cool stuff you can do as well in the game.
Like that,
I can probably ask him if I can mention it because there's it's not just the objects you can play in the game, it's other cool stuff as well. But yeah. Home spaces are definitely a big thing. I'm assuming you can only hold up to 4 people in there. Yeah. That's pretty much. It's really cool. I'm really glad they added that because I remember beforehand people were like, "Oh, is there a pod in Dreams? How's everyone gonna join each other?" And now we know. The community is going insane right now. Everywhere we are, asking questions. Alex, shout out to Alex for answering yes to 999,000 questions of 1 million. Like everything people were asking him is like yes. He only said no twice, and that was what was it? It was when I asked him something for what it was, and then there was another one about reflective glass. There wasn't any reflective glass, but who knows? Maybe later on, that'd be pretty cool. And like the water and the lava too. I don't think there is real water yet, but the water looks really realistic with the brushstroke tool. If you notice, guys, in the fog, fog details that they had, and the weather.
What's cool about the fog is that it's because like the Dreams engine is based on like little points instead of like full-on polygons. You can have stuff like volumetric fog and stuff like that, which is like usually high-end PC like kind of settings, just in your level, and it looks good. So like this engine is like, I'm so excited to dissect this engine and see how much the PS4
It's gonna be a wild ride. 2018 is looking very bright in terms of gaming, especially with Dreams.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's about everything we have. Also, we just want to say, I just want to say that 2 molecules have left today into the next chapter of their life. They left Dreams, left me Molecule, and moved on. Sherry Davidson, who was a producer, she's now in Australia working on Super Intergalactic Space Princess. So Sherry, best of luck to you. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for working, and enjoy the next chapter of your life. And also the other person who's leaving me Molecule to go to their dream job is Daniel Lever, who got a job as a UI designer at Riot Games. So he's working on League of Legends. You don't know Daniel Lever, he made the Wheel of Death in Little Planet 1 for the bunker. He made pins for Little Planet 2. He made the trophies for Little Planet 1 and 2. He made the Dreamstone. Oh, I forgot to talk about the progressional system. We'll do that after, hang on. He made the progressional system, the profile stuff, the level ups and such. In Dreams, he also made the Dreamstones, which was briefly mentioned in Dreams. Daniel did all this really fantastic stuff. So Daniel, best of luck to you, man. He worked on the Planet 1 all the way up to Dreams. It was incredible everything he did. He also accidentally started Heart for Heart. You remember him telling me that back in March because of the trophy. Yeah. Good man. So thank you, Daniel, and thank you, Sherry, for everything you've done. Man, times are truly changing. Now I'm gonna rewind just a little bit before we wrap up. We didn't talk about the profile system.
Oh, right, yeah.
So there's like this whole social aspect of Dreams. It's like a Pinterest type of thing, where whether you have collections where you can view different creations people made and you can put into your own collections and stuff. There's also a social media thing where you have your own profile detail system, which you can claim a rank, and with this rank you can level up between how you play Dreams. It depends on how much you play Dreams. So you can either create in it, you can play in it, you can share in it, wherever you do create films, art. All of this will be tracked on your profile and will be put into a graph to show you how much you've created with music, how much you created with sound. I meant with art, how much you created making a game, a film, how much you remixed. Like everything gets put into your game. You can see something called Persona. You can see something called Aurora, and it tells you what kind of creator you are in Dreams, and it looks really cool. And right next to it's like your own persona. So there's like a whole in-depth social thing. That's pretty funny. Not funny. It's pretty cool. That's what am I saying?
We've been talking a while.
Going off script. Yeah. And there's like this whole social ecosystem. Okay, now I know why it's so funny. I'll tell you in a bit. But there's this whole ecosystem in Dreams. It's insane. It's like its own little social media thing. Okay, so the reason why it's so funny is one bit I completely forgot to mention to you guys. Sarah, we forgot to mention. It was what happened after the main molecule dinner. After the dinner, we were running our way back to the hotel, so we entered the lobby. Because we had dinner at the hotel where all the media people were and all the certain people were. So we were walking in the bar lobby area. Everybody you could ever imagine, you ever wanted to meet, was in that room. Shuhei was there, Kurt was there, Adam Boyce was there. He was behind us the entire time eating lunch. Oh my gosh, that was pretty funny. Eating dinner. Like everybody was there. Media, IGN, GameSpot, Kotaku, everyone. Like it was insane. And the first person that I spotted was Greg Miller, who I haven't seen in a while. He was there. He was pretty chill and all. So I went up and I said hi to him, and he went to me. He was like, "Dude, I remember you. Stop saying that I forgot you." Because I met him before 2 years ago. And I was like, "Oh, he probably doesn't remember me because he's so busy." He was like, "No, I remember you." And I was like, "Hey, how was Dreams?" He was like, "Dude, Dreams is freaking amazing. And it's so huge. I didn't realize how big the game was." And when I went to the demo, I was like, "Whoa." And he was like so happy about Dreams now. And he says how big of an ecosystem it is. And he talked about it on the broadcast too, which Sid Schumann and Justin.
Yeah.
And then he gave me a hug. And when he tried to give me a hug, saying that he'll never ever forget me, he spilled his drink on my head.
What?
And on my head.
I was standing right behind Danny when it happened, and it went down his head and his back and everything.
Well, probably that too, man.
Well, probably that too, man. Yeah, Danny got whiskey poured all over his head.
Danny is like waffle throwing at him, drinks pulled on him. Oh man.
It was so funny. He was like, I didn't do that. You did.
I'm game over, Greggy. You never fall.
It was so funny. And then I think people who were friends with Greg saw what happened. They came to me and she put her leather jacket on my head, trying to pat the drinks off. She was like, "Sorry
Drinks
about
over Danny.
that." It was so funny.
Taking one for the
And
team.
then and then while that was happening, Jack and Sarah was talking to the director of Concrete Genie, I believe. I don't know if you want to talk about that, Sarah. Sarah?
Yeah, I'm having a little trouble hearing you, Danny.
Oh, Concrete Genie director. Can we talk about it?
Oh, yeah. So Jack and I were just standing there. I guess that was while you were talking to Greg, and yeah, he came over. We talked to him a little bit. He gave us like his last 2 pins that he had on his lanyard. That was cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was really surreal meeting all these people. Like everybody was there. It was like it was like gaming heaven for us. And then Sid Schumann, the guy who's the PlayStation Presents with the tie, he was there. He went, like I knew him for a while. I never got to see him, but now we did. So I went up to him, and then we met each other, and he was like, "Oh hey, I remember you." And then he was like, "Oh yeah, guy who does all this stuff for Dreams." And then he introduced me to. He's the social media director for PlayStation, by the way. And then he introduced me to the guy running the PlayStation Twitter as well, Justin. And they were like, "Oh yeah, we were just talking about Dreams on our podcast. It's freaking incredible, and it's insane what you can do in there and stuff like that." And then, oh my god, it was so cool everything we did. And then after that, I saw Siobhan again. She was talking to Andrew Goldfarb from IGN, and I introduced myself when I said hi to Siobhan again. And it was like Charlie and Atlanta, PS1 GM was there, Scott Biggity was there. Like everybody was in that hotel. Shuhei was there talking to a few people. I was waiting to say hi to him after, but I could talk to those people. But it was like everybody, like, wow, that was so surreal. Jay was like, "Danny, can we go back and retire?" I'm like, "No, we're staying here for a bit." And then,
Yeah, dude, it's crazy enough to like see internet famous people like going to events like when I went to PSX, like just seeing all these YouTubers just walking around. It's like, whoa, these are my people. But actually having people be like, hey, you, one of our fans, get over here. We wanna we wanna be friends with you. It's like, oh my god.
it was like that one big moment where it's like, all right, introduce everybody you know, and just do whatever you gotta do. And just make friends with them. This is the only time you've seen them all together in one room. If you have a freaking business card, give it to them. But oh my gosh, like I was so glad we went to dinner with Mike and Alex. If we didn't do that, then that would never happen.
Congrats, man.
Oh man. Oh, it was one of my surreal moments of PSX. Yeah. Okay, so that's why I was laughing. So I was remembering Greg and everything that happened. Oh.
Well, it's not a real party if nobody
On your
spills a
head.
drink on you. You know?
I didn't even watch it either. I was too lazy to take a shower. I think, yeah, it was so funny. Yeah, but either way, I still love Greg. Yeah, those good times. Yeah, I think now we have everything
Or
covered.
as much as we can.
As much as we can.
Yeah, well, we could always do a follow-up when all the questions start pouring in
Oh,
about
yeah.
things we didn't talk about.
Oh god, yeah. It's been completely surreal. Yeah, so that wraps up the PSX edition of the podcast. Thank you, everybody.
We love you, Danny.
Yeah,
Yeah, good
thank
job
you.
with the PSX stuff, Danny.
Thanks, yeah. I was like, oh, the only thing we didn't get to was a podcast. But we're like, you know what, we're just gonna do it online. And then, here we are right now. And I think online was the best choice. I'm really happy we got to cover everything. And the community was being supportive and everything. Thanks to everybody. Really, it was great. It's one of many events. Yeah, so thank you. This is the latest episode of Dreambubble Podcast. Follow support at Bubble Dreaming. Follow Sarah, Abu Pikachu, blah blah at blah blah Neeb, I think. Tenko, follow him at Tenko. PS4 Games, follow Dreambubble at Bubble Dreaming. You're gonna stay up to date for our latest news from Mini Molecule, Twitter at Mini Molecule, and yeah, have a really fantastic weekend, everybody. Cheers is back.
Bitches.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
god. Oh. Now I have to make this 18 plus.
18 plus for.
Good job, man. Right at the
I'm
last
just gonna make
second.
it.
The last second.
I'm just gonna.
Just bleep him out.
I'm just gonna make it fade. 18. I'm just gonna be like, Genius is back, and then the outro's gotta play.
Hey man, Alex said it himself. I'm just